So I'm Neil Glenister. I'm the founder of Adeptly, which is an online authoring tool for building learning games targeted towards the corporate training industry. So the biggest challenge we've got at the moment, the biggest challenge that we had was self-onboarding. So before we came to UserActive, we were in a closed beta phase, working with a small group of 5 or 6 customers. With each of those customers, we'd have to have a small workshop call with them to essentially teach them how to use the platform. We weren't ready for sharing the platform open on our website for people to just sign up and start using it, because there was no onboarding inside of it. People would just get lost inside the platform. So that was our main challenge, and yeah, we needed to tackle that from a UX point of view. So I think the great thing about working with UserActive is I think you've looked at the platform as a whole. You've analyzed, we've got 2 different journeys. You've got the customer journey, signing up to the platform and using the platform, and then you've got the end player journey. So what happens when they come share their games that they've built in the platform, and then the players come and play those games that have been built. And it's quite a complicated user experience from both sides of it. So I think, you know, UserActive have looked at the platform from a whole, drawn out all of those user journeys from beginning to end, and then thought about exactly what the customer is going to expect when they come into the platform, and exactly what the player is going to expect when they come to play the game. And then tackled the user, that self-onboarding around that. So now when the customer comes into the platform, they get a step by, you know, that kind of first time user experience. So you come into it and it says, welcome, Neil. This is your first time coming into the platform. This is how you build a game step by step. This is how you share a game. And that then is cutting down the number of calls that we have to do. So customers can now come in, sign up to the platform, they learn how to use a game themselves, and they can just start building games. So there's a number of different reasons. I think the first is that you guys, I think I love the process, I think is one of the best things. So I think, you know, we did a workshop, a couple of initial workshops so that you guys could get to understand the platform. So we went through the platform, I think it was a couple of hours with the UserActive team. And from there, you then went away, UserActive went away, thought about the process, and then mocked up some initial wireframes, which we then reviewed and iterated on, and we went through that kind of iteration phased approach to it. But I think, you know, it was great that UserActive were able to just work on this without having to, you know, jump on a call every 2 minutes from us. It was as if those few hours in those workshops, UserActive really grasped the platform and what was needed, and there wasn't a huge amount of revisions or feedback that we had to give, just more tweaks in terms of iterations. Yes. I think you know, there's not going to be an end to these UX challenges that we've got. I think, you know, we've got to a point now where we feel comfortable releasing the product and scaling up. So we're going to now go from this closed beta phase where we're piloting with 5 or 6 customers to feeling ready that we can now push the platform out to hundreds, scale up to thousands of customers. But obviously, as we do that, we're going to learn new things. We're going to learn about new features that the customers want. And yeah, we're going to come back to UserActive to have UserActive think about those features and how to tackle them from a UX point of view.